Peace, assalamu alaikum, hotep, grand rise, and praise God. What's up, what's happening, or whatever it is that you ascribe to. The achy, breaky cowboy. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. That's the song he used to sing. Now, that's a real song, though, for real. But the achy, breaky cowboy, I've been waiting to do this story. I've been waiting to do it. I wanted to do it a while back, but I was trying to wait. But I'm gonna just go on and do the story though. I ain't even gonna, with the young folks saying that, I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. But the Achy Breaker Cowboy was from the L. And the Achy Breaker Cowboy, he family for real. So let me give you a backstory about the Achy Breaker Cowboy. Achy Breaker Cowboy was a wrestler. I'm talking about a real live wrestler. He used to bring all the rappers back then. I'm talking about the late '80s, early '90s. Junkyard Dog, Sting. Uh, I can't remember all of them people, but he used to bring them to the town. Man, they used to put on the show, and he used to get in the ring and and do his thing. Like Achy Breaker Cowboy, man, he was real popular. He dead now, so he died like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. So rest in peace, Achy Breaker Cowboy. But Achy Breaker Cowboy had a good reputation and a bad reputation. The good reputation, like I said, he was a wrestler. He brought all the wrestling people to the town. He put on events. They got this thing called Day in the Park. Achy Breaker Cowboy started that, where communities just come together in the park and just be, drinking and, doing what black folk do, barbecuing, and, people perform and showing off their skills and their talents. Achy Breaker Cowboy used to just go around the neighborhood just giving kids money. But when he get out the car, he gonna bust that song. Don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart. I mean, he was that dude, man. Like I said, he was damn near family, because the house, like, I'm telling a story about me messing with the snow bunny, and I had to go to another school. When I was going to that school, I was staying in the same house Achy Breaker Cowboy was staying in. I mean, damn near everybody was staying in that house. It was a party house. The only thing you had to do was just find you somewhere to sleep if you get sleep. So, yeah, he was a good dude for the most part, man. And then, like I said, he had a bad reputation too of, forcing himself on people. Forcing himself on people. But I ain't gonna drag his name through the mud. I ain't gonna drag his name through the mud, because at the end of the day, he was good people. You having a hard time with?
Oh no! So with yours, the skid plate, the whole skid plate wasn't supposed to come off. You have an access panel to be able to access your oil pan, your oil filter, and whoever took it off before shouldn't have really messed with it.
Right. So yeah, I ain't gonna drag Achy Breaker Cowboy name in the mud. You know what I mean? We just gonna keep that balance. But yeah, he had that reputation, and when he went to prison, he had that. That's the kind of charge he had. It was a big old. Somebody. It was all on the news. Like, there was a lot of people at court that was on Achy Breaker Cowboy's side. This is what I'm hearing, because at the time I'm in prison. But they ended up getting Achy Breaker Cowboy like 4 or 5 years. I think he did about 5 years. No, I think he did about 8 years. because me and Achy Breaky Cowboy was in Greene County together, and this is a story I'm finna tell y'all. We was in Greene County together, and that was in 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got out in 2008, and he ended up coming home like 2015, 16, something like that. So he did about 8 years. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He did about 8, 9 years, 10 years. I really can't remember. But yeah, it was a big old issue about that. A lot of people were standing with him, you know. And, you know, a lot of people wouldn't. It was all on the news. You know who he was. He was a wrestler. You know, he was a productive citizen in society. And then you had the other side, people saying he was doing this, you know, forcing himself and paying. He was paying people to, you know, have do sexual stuff with him and whatnot. So boom, he ended up coming to Greene County. I'm in Greene County at the time. This when I told y'all, dude got me shot in the cross because I wouldn't let him get in the car. I wouldn't let him get in on what I had going on in George County, so he got me pissed. And, you know, they moved me to Greene County, but I really wasn't tripping because I'm still close to home. I'm still like 45 minutes. I'm still like 45 minutes from the house. And I really don't want to give y'all this, but I'm going to give it to you. The Snow Bunny that the story is about, the Get Out story, the Snow Bunny ended up working in that prison while I was there. I'm telling you, that Snow Bunny story is a good one. I'm telling you. I don't think I should get that away, but I'm gonna give it to y'all though. But yeah, she ended up coming to that prison. So I really wasn't tripping because I'm at home. I know I'm close to home. You know what I mean? I know I can, you know, I'll be good. I really ain't tripping on no visits. I really didn't care about no visits for real. But you know, my people used to come. I did 12 years. The whole 12 years I seen my mom twice. But you know, the girl I was messing with, she used to come. Especially when I got down south. Man, she was so fine, boy. But anyway, so Achy Breaky Cowboy, he fall in Greene County. But we ain't on the same dome. We in different buildings. I think I was in B building, and I think Achy Breaky Cowboy was in D building. And you know, he came in off the rip, you know, doing what he do. You know what I mean? Building his reputation. He got in good with the administration. He became the leader of the Christians. You know what I mean? He was preaching the word. He had people following him. People getting him food. You know what I mean? I know this because I had some homeboys that was on the zone with me. You know, they were telling me what was going on. And I used to see him in the dining hall and on the yard. You know what I mean? We used to talk about him. Because, you know, even though he had that charge, I mean, he's still a human being at the end of the day. And like I said, he was a good dude. He got it. You good? I said it's good?
Yeah. We got it up there. She's just going to go down there, hit it a couple times, make sure that nothing's going to come off and loose.
All right.
Then we'll get you rolling up.
All right, I appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely. And didn't you just call up here about that?
Yeah, that was me.
I figured. Heard that.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. If you don't mind watching Mecca right there, she's going to guide you out.
All right.
All right, have a good one.
You too. So yeah, even though he got that charge, I mean, that shit don't mean nothing to me. Well, cause everybody, I mean, ain't no sin greater than the other. Now, let me get on my soapbox for a minute. Ain't no sin greater than the other. Ain't no crime greater than the other. You just might get more time for, depends on what kind, or depends on what crime you commit. You understand? But in the eyes of God, Jesus, Yahweh, Allah, or whoever, ain't no sin greater than the other. But I don't condone what he was locked up for. I don't condone it. So I ain't saying it like, I ain't saying it like I condone it. No, I don't condone it at all. Man, it's fucking dead end. I don't condone it at all. Underdig me. But I'm saying you got people who pick and choose, especially in prison. You got people who pick and choose who they try to treat a certain way. But Achy Breaky Cowboy wasn't going. I'm gonna get to the story in a minute. Just let me get on my soapbox for a minute. You got people who pick and choose who they, who they gonna try to treat a certain way just because he got one of them, messing with a child. And I don't condone it now. I ain't saying I condone it, but you in prison for unaliving somebody, but you looking down on him because he did that, or he forced himself on somebody, and you think you more tougher than him because you looked at like you getting stripes for what you did, but he looked down on for what he did. But in the eyes of God, like, both of y'all in the wrong. In the eyes of the universe, God, Allah, Jesus, or whoever, however, whatever you ascribe to, both of y'all in the wrong. Both of y'all in prison. You know what I mean? So me, like I don't just look down on people like that just because of what they might have got themselves involved with. That's just me though. And that, in prison, it's a total different ball game. I'm just talking about me. But anyway, I'm off the soapbox now. Achy Breaky Cowboy, like I said, he got a reputation. He the leader of the Christians. You know what I mean? He keep food. You know what I mean? People rocking with him. He preaching. They getting him canteen. Like Achy Breaky Cowboy, he was real slick now. And that's another thing. Let me go back. On the streets, when I was growing up, this man used to have so much money, but he ain't have a job. He ain't even have a job, and he wasn't no street nigga. He wasn't no street cat. So Achy Breaky, if you can hear me, where you used to get that money from, bro? I want to know. In prison, he was the same way. I mean, the homeboy was saying, ain't nobody got to send Achy Breaky no money because he preaching, and these guys in here breaking bread with Achy Breaky. For real, these guys in here breaking bread with Achy Breaky. But anyway, so they said one day somebody find out what kind of charge Achy Breaky had, and they tried to extort him, or they tried to scam him and run it off the zone and all that, but they just don't know. If you know like I know, you won't mess with Achy Breaky Cowboy. I swear to God, you would not mess with Achy Breaky Cowboy. But they tried Achy Breaky. They say some of the Christian brothers was involved, and I think it wasn't no gang members. It wasn't no affiliation. I mean, they said they was the vice lords and gangsters. They was talking shit. You know what I mean? Trying to put the battery pack in the Christians and the peons to get him up off the zone. You know what I mean? That was the move the gangsters and the vice lords were trying to make. But when they seen Achy Breaky in action, did nobody mess with Achy Breaky Cowboy no more. My homeboy said it was 5 of them. It was 5 of them tried to go at Achy Breaky. And he did it to every last one of them. They say he beat the brakes off every last one of them. My homeboy gave me the details and full description. He said they surrounded him in the back. Achy Breaky took his shirt off. They surrounded him in the back. Two of them charged him with the blade, with the knife, with the tool. Achy Breaky put one on in the Bojangles. They Achy Breaky put one of the dudes who had the knife, put him in the Bojangles. Took his knife, threw the knife. The other dude that had the knife, he dropped his knife. He bagged up. The other three, they iffing. And one by one, Achy Breaky took them down. One by one, he took them down, beat them up. The administration came and didn't even take Achy Breaky to the hole. Took them to the hole. After they got patched up, took them to the hole. But Achy Breaky didn't go to the hole. And the rest of his time, he did smooth, being the Christian preacher. So yeah, I had to share that story about Achy Breaky Cowboy. Rest in peace, Achy Breaky, man. You know what I mean? You got a lot of love out here. You got a lot of love out here on these streets, bro. And a lot of people miss you. You know what I mean? So let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson to you tough guys who think just because a person got one of them charges, or a person, he a preacher, he trying to, you know, he a Christian or a Muslim, or he a peon or a civilian or neutral. Don't let that fool you, because you will get your ass beat. Until the next story, y'all be smooth out here.